Alan, I guess that was a bit of a smash and grab at the end, you know?
I think we converted possession at the end. Smash and grab in terms of getting the 5 points, no doubt about that. But pleased that we got the 5 points. A realist in terms of, you know, the missed opportunities, and that's the biggest frustration for us.
Why is your attack so blunt?
That's something we need to address, there's no doubt about that. Boys spoke about it in the change rooms again. Bottom line, we said it wasn't good enough tonight. There's good honesty in that regard, and it's going to need to be better in the next couple of weeks.
What were the positives? I'm guessing the performance of the front row replacements.
I thought the whole bench did really well. You know, Dima, Scott, and Nicky coming on. Also thought Guy Mercer was exceptional when he came on. He gave us real energy, give us go forward, he gave us that physicality, and that put us on the front foot and ensured that we were getting more reward in and around the breakdown. Obviously there were a couple of sin binnings during that period as well, but you know, obviously the bench coming on was an important moment for us.
Did you? Sorry, Rog.
What did your view on the non-issue of yellow cards then? I mean, in the first 10 minutes there were 6 six offences in the red zone, and your compatriot didn't. Cards. So, any view on that? Because it might have made a considerable difference.
I actually think the referee forgot the cards, to be honest, and I'm not joking. I think the fourth official came out with them. I spotted something, a transaction anyway. So, look, it is what it is. There were a couple of team warnings, and maybe we got it at the back end of the game. I credit the Kings in terms of their efforts, them playing to the edge of the law. But we've got to look at ourselves, and bottom line, we've got a really important game next week against the Cheetahs. We've got the 5 points tonight. Hopefully that lifts us in terms of the confidence because of where we've been. We played a lot better last week and got no points. Tonight we were scrappy and got 5 points. So it's a better position to be in, but there's as much frustration for different reasons.
Did you feel at any point, Alan, you were going to lose that match?
I think there's always something at the back of your head. If you don't have an element of fear, then you're an unwise man, and that keeps you on your toes. So based on what we had and the possession and the territory, you wouldn't expect to, and nor did I. However, you're very aware of their breakout ability. You know, one scrappy pass, one turnover and quick breakaway, as they showed in the first half.
And that win, how important might it be to your Champions Cup hopes?
Yeah, we're crystal balling to a degree, but it's a start. You know, we said the next 3 games are really important for us. I thought it was important that we got 5 points tonight, so it's job done, if you like. Would we have liked to have done it in a crisper, more attractive fashion? Most undoubtedly. But we'll look at our game. I think it's fairly clear to everybody where we've been and where we are. But we've given ourselves a chance to actually get up the ladder and come out of the next 2 games, ensuring that we give it our best shot and hopefully getting the points that will propel us up the table.
Yeah, can I ask you a question? Obviously, each week your players released from the Wales squad. Is there a certain amount of disruption when that happens, or is it a case of job as usual when they come back?
Yeah, like obviously the boys didn't come back to us until Thursday, but I'd credit them in terms of their response. They wanted to come and play. It's not as if we're having to coerce them, and some others also. Obviously with our injuries at the moment and the number of boys we have with Wales, it is difficult. We're a bit patched up. However, you know, it is what it is, and the people who are in the jersey, we've got to celebrate what we have, and work with what we have and ensure that what we have delivers for the Ospreys.
And is it a case of just trying to get through this season, hoping that you qualify for Europe next year, and almost looking to pre-season to build for a good season ahead?
Yeah, I think there are a number of young players that are part of that process already. Young Derry unfortunately had to go off tonight, but a 17, 18-year-old making his debut, which is fantastic. You look at Ruben coming on and players like that. But to a degree, we're going through a period of transition, but having said that, they're proud men next door, whether they're going to be here or not. And there's a real drive and an energy to achieve European qualification this year. However, we know that we're going to have to address a few issues.
You needed someone on tonight to almost spark a bit of quality into the game. Someone like Dan Biggar missing for you. Did you expect him to be here tonight?
No, not at all. Obviously, Dan's gone through a rehab programme with Wales, and he was never in contention for tonight.
And do you think the chance of him playing next week against Ireland looking stronger?
I think that's going to be reviewed on Monday, but I'm not aware of what the outcome of that review will be.
And you announced again today, or this week, Matt Sherratt joining from Cardiff. That's another quality signing as such for the Ospreys.
Yeah, it's been, Griff's been wonderful for the Ospreys. He's been here for 13 years. I've only known him this season, but he's wonderful to work with, and wish him well. But time stops for no man. Matt's coming in, and I've already spoken to him and explained to him and shared with him how good of an environment we have, and whilst we're in a period of transition, it's a good time to be coming to the Ospreys.
And obviously you're here coaching a Welsh team, but obviously next week your country challenges Wales again. Your thoughts on Wales's hopes against Ireland? I
think Wales will know what they have to do against Ireland. You never wish ill will against your own country, your own team, but I'll be hoping that the Ospreys boys and Allen win, put on a performance and give us all a spectacle. That'll be very enjoyable, and I'll keep my powder dry on which team I want to win.
Alan, what kind of shape did you think Tipuric looked in?
Tips himself said he needed the game time. I thought his engine was good. He got his hands on the ball. Obviously he's playing number 8 for us. Unfortunately we lost Rob McCusker just before team run yesterday, so that was a late change. I think he's what I see as a real Osprey, in that straight away he wanted to come and play tonight. Many a player would have been saying, I'll protect myself, I'll be part of the 23 going into what's a big Six Nations game next week. But Tips, he wanted to play, he wanted to come back and work with the boys, get the rugby. But it's not just about himself, it was actually for the team. He recognised that we're struggling a little bit at the moment with injuries, and as a result of that, you have a man like him send you a text message saying, if you want me next week, I'm available.
Will you have for this game?
For this game.
Yeah.
Will you have any of the injured 21 back for next week, do you think?
The injured 21.
Well, you said it was 21.
23. 23.
Now, with a couple more,
it was 23 until tonight. A lot of those are long term, so no, nothing on the radar at the moment.
Can I just ask, on Tipuric, he was playing almost second fiddle to Sam Warburton in previous seasons, and this, Sam's injury, it would looking like Tipuric would be kind of the front man again. Is there kind of part of you that feels desperately sorry for him to be on the bench behind the likes of Shingler and et al. And those lot?
I suppose you're looking at combinations. It's not for me to tell other coaches who to pick, but I think Tips is one of the best players and most skillful forwards around the country, if not beyond. I know from players who were in the Lions that I would have coached previously, they thought he's one of the most skillful and quality players that they'd ever worked with. Depends on the brand of game, I suppose, you want to play. But for us, I think he's tremendous, and no doubt Wales are lucky to have that strength and depth in the back row. I'm sure he's frustrated with that, but he's a quality individual and he does what's right for the team. And you saw the impact he had when he came on against England last week. I thought he was fantastic.
Alan, how much do you need to improve for this game with the Cheetahs? who you'd expect to be stronger again than tonight's opponents?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I think Cheetahs are a really good side. Up until today, they'd scored 55 tries in the league. They'll challenge you up front, and they've got that game-breaking ability as well. We've done our homework on them. So strategically, we'll be well set up. Tactically, we'll be well set up. Our execution needs to be better.
And where are you going to find second row cover from?
I'm going to give Warren a call, and hopefully he'll help us out. But no, joking aside, it is what it is. You know, I thought Kingy was fantastic tonight. He came off the back of an injury, played 80 minutes last week in the second row, played 80 minutes tonight. You saw us pick up onto the post late on when we got the final try, the bonus point try. Phenomenal athlete and really grown as a man in the last couple of weeks for me. So yeah, we had a converted prop on the bench as second row cover tonight. That's the extent of injuries that we have up front, never mind the back line.